There's a few things that I've learned from all of our Mexico trips. It's A, do not drink the water in Mexico.
Yeah, hello, we just went to Trash Town in Mexico.
2, make sure Manny's close to you because we need a translator.
Yeah, the cops just showed up.
And C, nothing on this trip is gonna go right.
What do I know about Ruta Vallarta? I don't know how to pronounce it properly.
I knew we were going to be riding in some amazing terrain.
Everything had to go smoothly and according to plan,
Truck driver just showed up.
which never does.
I'm not going to be able to take it.
He dead set on not hauling it. Oh, he gone. Yes, he is.
Before the trip even started, this could be the end for us. We may not make it to Mexico. Yeah, Mexico is a beautiful place, and it seems like every time we go there, we're like, wow, this is the most beautiful riding.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind if everything we did was in Mexico. I mean, I would even set up a shop over there.
Man, so many different landscapes, oceanside, cliffs, desert, rocks, woods.
It's hard to actually comprehend that we get to ride in these areas. It's just free riding and beautiful down there.
We did one ride with Can-Am Latin America, and fortunately we were lucky enough that they invited us back to do the Ruta Vallarta ride.
Honestly, I didn't know a single thing at all about Ruta Vallarta.
Apparently, a trail ride from Guadalajara to Puerto Vallarta.
The Ruta Vallarta ride is an event that's been going on for like 20 plus years.
A 2-day expedition, so everything you need, you've got to bring it with you.
Really beautiful riding that you're going from the towns and stuff in Mexico.
Jungle, rainforest, all the way to the coast.
It's about a 200-mile ride.
I had no idea how many people were going to participate in this thing.
This is a national celebration down in Mexico.
Yeah, Can-Am invited all of their ambassadors to go.
It's going to be Casey Currie, Cody Currie,
Rodrigo Ampudia and Christine GZ were all going to be there.
I thought we'd showed everybody on the first trip to Mexico that we have no business running wild south of the border, but for whatever reason, they decided to invite us back down.
So we took a 2-seat Can-Am X3 XRC, and we had an old X3 Max chassis.
So, I know it doesn't look like much now. Trust me, okay?
Stripped the car down and moved everything over and basically made a X3 XRC Max.
So something that's really popular in the States is overlanding.
So when I think of overland, I think like equipped for anything you may run into, like off the beaten path.
We built an X3 XRC Max. This is a machine that Can-Am does not currently produce.
We were finally able to release the new winch bumpers for the X3 that's in our partnership with Can-Am with the PAC program.
We did all Baja Designs lights.
So we went with the LP6.
Reminds me of like the old spotlights that people used to run.
And then we threw our parts on there so that, you know, we could have our strong parts that we make. Super early in the morning, almost 9 o'clock. Supposed to get picked up at 9 o'clock. We're getting close to having it buttoned up, and then she'll be on her way to Mexico.
Hey, put your back at it. I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
It looks sweet, y'all.
As you can expect, we are right on time.
Bro, if it wasn't like this, it would be boring.
No problems, ready to load it in the truck, and the truck pulls up.
Looks like he's got an old U-Haul or Penske truck.
The guy was about to load the car up and he was about to leave. And then he wasn't.
He's saying he don't have no way to tie it down. It's time to break the news to him. There ain't no choice but to tie this thing down. There's a way.
And we're like looking around like, what's going on?
Let's call the company then, I guess, and tell them.
That's what I'm on the phone with now.
Oh, okay.
I thought me and that truck driver was gonna go fisticuffs over loading this thing up and getting it out of here.
I'm not gonna be able to take it.
Like, you're taking this bike with you.
I don't have anything to tie it down with. I don't have anything to hold it in the truck with.
Hold tight, we'll do all the loading and strapping for you, but this dude was not having it.
He dead set on not hauling it. Oh, he gone. Yes, he is. He is pulling away.
This is gonna change the whole dynamic of this event for us. We were gonna have nothing to ride.
Yeah, he said, I ain't loading that. The broker didn't tell me it was a car. And I was like, that's all they got.
Yeah,
So of course, at this point, you know, Dustin's blood level, I'm sure, skyrocketed to the moon and back.
I gotta call Phil and let him know. He thinks he's already on his way.
Hey, dude.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Good, man. What's up?
That dude refused the car.
It's not working. It's not working.
I'm not joking at all. He left mad.
Face FaceTime me right now and show me the car.
Okay.
He did not believe me. And maybe it's because I've cried wolf so many times, but I literally had to FaceTime him.
You can still hear me?
Yeah.
There's the car.
Ah, crap.
So the car is sweet.
Let me contact the transport company.
I do. Bye. He is not happy. He knows this car is going to take 4 days to get where we're going. It's got to go today.
Yeah, of course there's a lot of pressure. You know, there's pressure from all angles.
I don't know how they did it, but ERP found somebody that was not scared to haul an X3 across the border. This guy, he said he don't care whatsoever.
We got ramps on the back of the trailer, so that's further than we got the last time.
The driver could only drive it so far that day. It was behind right off the bat.
That creates a snowball effect. That puts us behind later on in the trip.
It needed to be there on time for people to see it, and so it's a one-off. It's not something that you can go buy. Sometimes there's risks in not being able to make it, not being able to get there, so we're risking it. If it all gets there and plays out, everything's great. If it doesn't, then it doesn't look so great.
Hard rock?
We've got a huge group of people that have never seen our parts, never seen our builds. So it's so important for us to show up on time, get the car down there safely, and make a great impression while we're down here in Mexico.
So when we arrived to the Hard Rock, just kind of going with the flow and kind of carrying on.
Waiting on you guys to get here.
Everybody's excited to see us, but I still, in the back of my mind, I knew that the car is still in transit. There's a chance that it will not make it to the border and it will not get to us in time.
So apparently Phil's got some goodies for us. Literally just got out of the bus to come in and Phil's got a surprise.
So one of the things we've noticed riding down in Mexico, and the riding teams definitely go all out on their jerseys.
Over the top, wild jerseys, and everybody match in your group.
We're not going to do Ruta Vallarta without our own 10 entrance.
We've been working with Phil to come up with our very own team riding jerseys.
Hello, holler at you, boy.
Whew. It looked like a Fiesta bag of Skittles if I called it anything, all of us walking around.
Bro, you got yours on backwards.
I mean, come on.
Ooh, my boy.
Is this squad goals or what? I mean, did we do it?
Team picture, y'all.
You know, we're really going for subtle colors, just a good, classy look. I feel like we did it.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I was trying to bother Phil and see if he could send me some more pictures, but he was like, eh.
I mean, who wouldn't wear this jersey? You know what I mean?
No, I didn't really know what to expect with this trip, man. I mean, we're just going to uncharted territory, and you just have to go with an open mind.
Hello, Dustin. Mario. It was nice to meet you, Dustin. Rolling into the local dealership here in Guadalajara. They set up an autograph signing session. It's just a cool experience for us all to get back a little bit here in Guadalajara. Thank you. Thank you.
Dude, I totally enjoy it. You know, it's cool meeting fans. It's cool actually going out, shaking hands. And I know there's a lot of people out there that love doing this stuff. And did I do anything to be a part of it?
I'm signing right where the road rash is, bro. That looks like something I would do. So let's sign there.
Now we got to head out to the actual start location for the Ruta Vallarta ride.
We didn't know what to expect, didn't know what we were rolling up to, but this is crazy. Tons of people here, tons of rigs here. These people are ready to ride.
There's so many. It's insane. When we arrived here, I thought, well, Ruta Vallarta is maybe, 5 or 10 cars all together going, and then suddenly it's like more than 550 UTVs, all this parking lot full of cars.
They've got tons of stuff going on, and then the real party gets started.
And me and Dustin started doing some DJing, and people just started showing up.
My boy QD on the vocals.
I didn't know where DJ went. Like, I thought this dude was the real deal.
And my initials are DJ.
So we started hyping the crowd up. Next thing you know,
for sure, we killed it. No doubt about it.
I was like, all right, let me turn this mic off. Let's get out of here before anybody notices us.
Maybe we should, Cody, maybe we should put cover over it. I'm taking the stock RC and putting a little flavor on it.
At this point, Casey had heard that we were bringing our own car, and he wasn't sure what to expect.
You're gonna show up to another country. You gotta have it look good.
So far, everywhere I've ever gone with Dustin Jones, he makes it a point that his car is louder than everyone else's. So
he is trying hard not to let us see what's behind that building. He's trying to keep something secret, is what it is.
I told my graphic guy, I was like, dude, make it loud.
I've never actually done this before. Cody. Oh my God, Cody. You're telling me you don't do this yourself? No, I don't. Teamwork is key right here.
We're all competitive by nature, but he's trying to one-up what we're bringing out to Ruta Vallarta.
They're doing a good job separating the top part of the vinyl. Right, he's frustrated. It's in the sign. He's sweating.
Justin done? No, not even concerned at all.
You know, the day's going on and we're having a great time.
Where you from, buddy?
Boom, Louisiana.
In the back of my mind, I'm still thinking, like, you know, we have less than 12 hours to start the Ruta Vallarta ride.
Phil, what do you think the odds of the car making it is?
I don't know. CC was telling me that we need to look into a plan B.
Nobody knows where it's at, so it's not looking good right now. Like, it's definitely starting to turn into a disaster.
We are running a little behind. We were supposed to be up here at 5. This place was freaking packed with UTVs all rolling out together.
And my main concern is the car going to show up at all.
Are you serious?
At 11? So, yeah. That's even earlier.
Oh, it's not our car.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The ramps are there and the straps are there.
You're talking, my God.
Yeah, at this point, you're starting to feel pretty bad because, I mean, we're the holdup. Everybody else has cars to ride and go in.
Yeah, I mean, there's 200-kilometer route that everyone's doing today. If I look at things, we might be able to do like 50.
We started waiting and waiting and waiting. And I saw the truck coming down the road.
Finally, the car finally shows up.
We haven't opened the gates yet, but we're assuming it's going to be in this 18-wheeler right here. We can get this thing off and ride. It's in there.
When you're gonna wait on Dustin. That's what it all comes down to. I think he set that whole thing up so everyone wait on him for that car.
Car's here. Everybody's sunburned. It's time to go.
But once it arrives, I mean, that car is pretty epic.
I mean, we do wait for him a few times, but no, I mean, it's never boring with them.
So at this point, we've already missed the majority of the day. It's way past the 7 o'clock a.m. starting time.
Yeah, that's when everybody kicks in high gear. They're running wild. We are literally the last people to leave camp. We got to be on the move.
Start of the ride, I mean, we get into what I think is tropical. I mean, it's all green, tons of agave. Like agave obviously is a big thing down here for the tequila.
And we didn't make it 10 miles and we ran into our first roadblock.
There's a legitimate. They built a rock wall in the trail.
Is there a reason there is a wall built? Because that's how they close the gates, right?
They had already told us that, like, throughout this ride, we run into fences like this that the farmers disassemble for everybody to go through, and then they build it back.
Literally in a couple of hours, they built this rock wall completely back.
Like, this is fixing to be a long day. We are way behind.
So the first adventure of the adventure starts here.
I'm gonna blame Phil and Dustin.
Hey, Phil, let's go. I got it.
As if it can get any worse, it does, always.
Casey jumps into the fender, and he's the professional rock crawler.
Way more freaking Chiefs than Indians, cuz.
He's gotta go back.
Hold on. He's almost up. Okay, look, this is what we're gonna do.
He's gotta go back.
No, you can't. I'm gonna egg.
Everybody's barking orders, and nobody wants to tow rocks.
We ain't even been around 10 minutes and we're already in the 9-line bind, you know what I mean? All right, get the winch on it.
There were a lot of guys there, so it was interesting to just watch them.
Who's next in line?
What's the plan?
Pandemonium and disaster super early in and nothing going to plan already.
So we got everybody through the wall, and we actually had to put the wall back up so that we can leave it the way we found it.
The landowners are kind enough to let us cut through their property to come do this. Super important, man, that we put that stuff back before we keep riding. Got that bad boy back going? Let's get out of here.
We had a whole bunch of ground to cover, so we were absolutely shagging it, trying to get caught up to the group.
You know, we're starting to see some really nice scenery and some big mountains that we're trying to go towards.
You go from literally this cornfields, like super long roads where you don't see the end of it, and then suddenly you're in the middle of the forest.
Agave on the hillsides, agave on the rocks, agave, you know, down these water crossings.
And every part of it, there's something beautiful about it.
There's truly no place like Mexico to go ride. Like, it was the most beautiful riding through the mountains. The scenery was unbelievable.
And that's why every time we stop for shoots, it's the best because you actually can stop and appreciate your environment.
It's super freaking cool. It's always a good time, man, and an adventure, and you always come back home with the craziest stories because it's just a whole different culture down there, man. What's crazy and you don't see a lot of here, man, it may be every day there you see stuff like that. There's no telling what you're gonna see.
I don't know, it's amazing to see how happy they are with really little. It's the moment where you appreciate a little bit all this and what you're doing and so on.
Good, man. That was a good day of riding, dude. Beat down, and we put a lot of time in today. But we got the final destination. So eat, relax, and get ready for tomorrow.
Baja showers, baby.
Ring, ring. Yeah, hello? Yeah, we just went to Trash Town in Mexico.
When it's time to eat, we say tacos like it's the only thing to order.
We're going down to where the actual beehive is. They're trying to talk us into eating those pastor tacos that are cooked on the grill.
All right, Dad.
Well, you know, first you got You got Quentin.
The two other people we asked said to eat at this place.
Quentin instigates Dustin. Dustin instigates Quentin.
Luckily, we got Rodrigo, dude. He speaks fluent Spanish and knows the jam, so I would never listen to Dustin Jones, ever.
Then the bar gets raised.
You only got 4 of that old baby belly over there.
And then from there, everything that goes on is a race or a challenge.
Here we go. Here comes the excuses.
Hold on. I know, man. Taco eat off?
My daddy raised a winner, and he didn't raise no quitter. So I wasn't giving up. I was going to out-eat all of them.
I'm on 6 right now. I think I'm the top runner right now. I don't think nobody's beaten me yet. I am first on correct time currently, and nothing's happened yet.
They tied me, and I feel like I gotta win.
There's one thing that I know from a taco eating contest, and when there's a 4-way tie, the only option, sudden death overtime.
And now we're headed over to the ice cream stand, so we're gonna roll the dice. Hey, Rodrigo, how many ice creams you had today?
Okay, 2. No, it's not equal. This is more than yours. 7 tacos!
Yeah, what can go wrong? That's gotta be a good choice.
Man, it's starting to play out good. You know, it was a rough start this morning. Everything's kind of playing out like it's supposed to in the end. It's pretty well a wrap for this day.
I think we're at the top of the mountain. This is the volcano bowl, you know what I'm saying? This is where it all freaking erupted right here.
Man, we drove so late. We wake up the next morning in the most beautiful resort on top of this mountain.
Most exercise Casey's gotten since 2003.
Everybody's struggling over here up at elevation, man, you know what I mean? Feels like 5,000 million feet, but probably like 1,000.
What is this, 12,000 feet?
It's about 1,000, but everybody thinks we're at 5 million.
The amount of time we ate 8 tacos, I wish I would have stopped at 6. And not the ice cream, too. Maybe that's what did it.
Day 2, all ready for an 8-hour day of riding.
Yeah, so up to this point, all the stuff that we've rode has been amazing and beautiful. And the second day, you're in the mountains.
The cool part is we started catching up with some people, so we're starting to see some other UTVs and stuff riding around. Kind of getting us all fired up, man. We're back up with the ride. We're ready to have a good time.
Mainland Mexico is totally different than Baja, just from the fact of like the cobblestone roads, I mean the old brick buildings. I love that stuff, man.
We entered forest and got super elevation change.
1,000-foot cliffs on the side of you. You're riding so high, you're in the clouds.
Good cliffy drift road, you know, really get sketched out on.
And that was the wet part. And I was like amazed how this car could handle this area.
The second day of riding was our opportunity for the overland build to really, really shine, man. Like, this is what we built it for. We were going through the mountainous trails, off-camera obstacles.
You know, this type of terrain is like, you know, this is what like dreams are made of. It makes it really, really fun, and at Can-Am especially.
It's a neutral roll race. Everybody behind us, keep your cars in neutral.
Neutral roll racing is when you start at the steepest spot that you can find, put your car in neutral, and it is a all-out drag race to the bottom.
Cody and Casey never heard of it, and they were kind of like, nah, all right, it might be cool. That's what everybody does. They play too cool for it.
It's pretty much Sketchville 101 because trying to keep enough momentum to keep the vehicle moving down, the goal is not to use the brakes at all.
When you get to the flat, it's who can roll the farthest is the one that wins. Probably the most prestigious title in the world is neutral roll race champion.
Bro, we was flying!
But they know who's king.
We knew we would caught most of the group. We were starting to get into some traffic jams where we had to wait a little bit.
Discover some grab, bro. I want to get to the beach. Leg out.
First, you just get anxiety because you want to pass them all, but man, once you get out of the vehicle, go and hang out, meeting the people in front of us and behind us, and it's just fun, man. Everybody just wanted to have fun.
Pretty crazy to see how they're into this and how much passion there is down here. I love Mexico. I'm actually half Mexican right now because every time I come here, I just feel home, even more than in my country.
I would love to do the ride again. I would love to be there on time and get to start with the pack from the beginning and be part of it now that I know it's such a big deal and such a big event for them.
We rode the most beautiful location, one of the coolest, most historic rides, by far the most historic in Mexico. And we were with a pack of our buddies, man, that just want to rip. Dude, it's like the most epic guys trip ever. Just covered ground today, man, made it all the way down to Ruta Vallarta where we're gonna lay on the beach, we're gonna hang out for an extra day.
Favorite part of the trip, man, it's gonna be hard. I would honestly say the whole thing. Dude, this whole thing has been unreal.
We just pulled up to the actual port at Ruta Vallarta. We got a line of Sea-Doos out here. Now it's water and fun all day long.
Right to the left.
On the Duchess?
Welcome to our new home for the weekend. They didn't tell us they got a freaking yacht for us to come out here and just hang out. This day just got a lot crazier than what we thought.
Ending in Puerto Vallarta. I mean, this is a destination place for anyone in America. I mean, just to be here is insane. It's been epic.
I would bring home for sure every single part of the trip. It was a blast.
While not everything went as planned, the whole thing went better than we could have ever imagined. This ride in Mexico is a big deal. It is the ultimate ride, and they asked us to be a part of it. I hope they invite us back for next year. That was unbelievable. Now we're better prepared and we know what to do. We're going to make sure the car gets there on time. We're going to truck along with the whole crowd, get the full experience. What's up, everybody? I'm out here all by myself, honoring social distancing and being super careful. So I know it's been crazy times for us, but no worries. Vision's Victory is not stopping. As soon as we get back rolling, we're gonna be pumping out episodes, so stay tuned. We've got one of the craziest builds we've ever done coming down the pipeline, and just remember, stay safe.
Of course it's gonna be out of control. What's going on?
Bobby's over there literally trying to film, and
no, Bobby ain't trying to film nothing, bro. Bobby ain't doing nothing but eating his ice cream, and he's doing the same thing at the taco stand. Look at him right now.
What our vision was, we had to build a car that matched what our...
The heat right now, it's just plain offensive. I'm already sweating. I'm about to go back inside. Let them figure this out. They got that.
Oh yeah, I'll be right there. Come on, Squirt.
Told you, knew it was gonna happen. So we had to build a car that